Halfway mark, it's 101 for 4.
Well, the 100 up for Australia in that 25th over. The Shandapur, one of the main players you'd like to think later on in this match for the West Indies. And that's how the 50s have come up. And it's been a struggle for the bat today, for a change.
Dwayne Bravo will continue round the wicket. Probably using that angle round the wicket to try and avoid giving room outside the off stump.
Yes, one.
Trying to keep the ball as close as possible in terms of width to the batsman. Spent a lot of time in the latter half of the English summer playing for Kent in the English County Championships. Matthew Hayden now on 48. Strike rate is going up. At one point it was about 51 per 100 balls, so as he gets in, it's mounting.
Yes.
Just the 500s for Matty Hayden. He is a prolific 100 scorer in the longer form of the game, but well, 26 50 is the best. Well, 146, but strike rate's there, I suppose, but it does surprise me a little, those figures.
I think when you're opening the batting, you're coming in at the top of the order. It's surprising that he only has 500s with so much opportunity.
Good slower ball there. Just making the batsman miscue that. Sort of comes out the back of his hand, such. Just have a look at it here. Yeah, it just comes out the gap between his first finger and his thumb with nothing on it.
Yes.
The important thing I always feel in one-day cricket for batsmen particularly is when you get a start as Hayden has done here, he's on 49 on the verge of half-century number 27, is to try and bat as deep into the overs as possible. So his job really is, in my view, is only halfway done if he gets to 50. No, he won't get 50. What a wicket to get. Fortunate in some ways, I suppose some would say, but Bravo's got his man.
Well, it worked, Bish. You got him out. Matthew Hayden, he was batting outside off stump, I think, on this one. He walks down the pitch, tries to make something of nothing. Bowler sees him coming too early, and all he could do was fend it off his hip, and a simple catch around the corner there. That's a big wicket for the West Indies. Jerome Taylor, the catcher. Hayden goes, so does half of the Australian batting, 104 runs.
September 28 on Fox Sports. The best in women's hockey rock Madrid as they fight for the IHF World Cup. The Women's Hockey World Cup starts September 28 on Fox Sports 2.
Good boy, Marlon.
Going, Jacko.
PJ, you're bowl, mate.
It's Macca's go.
I think it's drinks.
Harry, it's a dog.
Very good weather so far today here in Kuala Lumpur. Brad Haddon is the new batsman.
One leg, please.
What are you looking for?
One leg.
Good strike rate.
Just one leg.
And he won't get too many opportunities to bat for
Rolling right arm over.
more
one
than
remaining.
20 overs because of the position that he normally, well, comes in a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
He does bat up the order for New South Wales, so he's got plenty of time here. This is how Hayden went down the pitch trying to make something. Just got cramped up, and all he could do was just turtle around the corner to the fielder, Jerome Taylor. And, well, he'll be a little bit annoyed with that. So Hayden was out for 49. Another over gone, 104 for 5.
Well, Lara will be reasonably pleased with the way things have gone.
Smitty.
And you have to say very carefully that Lara will be pretty pleased because he understands that sometimes a team is blown hot and cold, and it's the advent of playing an entire game with full concentration that's important. And something that Australia have been able to do in the past is to dig themselves out of terrible situations. That's why they become a champion team. So he'll be mindful of that.
Well, they're also been good at putting the screws on somebody in trouble. Now it's the West Indies' turn to do it. They finish off what they've already started. They've just got one more wicket to take to get into the bowlers as such. You've still got Lee and the rest of the crew to come, but a lot lesser batting ability after these two. Haddon's under a bit of pressure out there. Haddon's one of those sort of guys you get out there, if you can tie him up, he'll come to you as well. Hussey's the one I expect to stay there, but a Brad Haddon likes to score freely, and if they could keep it tight to him, he just might oblige.
Waiting. Yes.
Oh, it's gone through. I think it was Lara who was maybe the square of the short third man, was going the wrong way. He anticipated to his left and Hussey placed it quite delicately to his right.
Yeah, he did move to his left, didn't he, initially? And that stopped him from any movement to his right, and unfortunately there's nobody behind him, and let's just run away for 4. Must be this Caribbean sunshine, Bish. The clouds have gone, the West Indies sunshine, all of a sudden they're going better.
I think they like to think of themselves as being able to apply themselves in any condition.
Well, I give you the line, she gave me the right answer. Sometimes you live in eternal hope.
The reason I said that Haddon won't often, well, not often, always have come in at this number is because he's opened the batting on occasions, as far as I can remember, for Australia. Maybe not too often. So that experience and versatility of being able to come in up the order and down the order, he will hope will serve him well in this situation with 23 overs to go after this. It's a long time, a lot of time to bat.
Just have to work a lot harder, don't you, with the slow bowlers on. We saw it the other day. Again, you can see that pitch, how dry it is there. Trying to make something out of nothing. Hitting against the spin. Or trying to. Not a bad over. 110 for 5.
Middle.
A lot of dot balls have been bowled, 103 of them, and only 12 fours. That's a huge improvement in comparison to earlier games. In the commentary box, Arun Lal is with Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan.
Thank you very much. A smiling in Bishop. Bravo to continue. Desperately need a good partnership, the Australians, winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Not the kind of situation that they want to be in. Again, pictures of ultra motion, the sweep shot that Michael Hussey was trying to execute. He's the key batsman now. Has bailed Australia out of situations like this before. It's time to say good afternoon to Arun Lal.
Good afternoon, Shiva. Talking about partnerships, there's been a problem for the Australians. 41 right up on top. That's when they look like going well, and then that run out between Hayden and Katich, that misunderstanding. And after that, well, 5 wickets down for 110. So, bit of a hole they are in at the moment.
Wait. No!
Yes, indeed, Hussey is the key now. He's captaining for the first time. And he's, I think, got to bat through the innings. He's got to be there till the 50th over if they need to put up a competitive score here. So it's partnerships. They desperately need that at the moment. After this, there's Brett Lee and then the bowling. So these two have to be together for quite a while.
Having said that, one must give credit to the West Indian bowlers. They bowled particularly well. They stuck to the basics, the line and length. Dara's used his bowlers well, particularly Bradshaw. Bowled his full quota of 10 overs, and once again very economical. It's not the easiest thing to do when you bowl within the power plays.
Yes, they've all been hitting the right lengths, and Bradshaw's been in particularly good form in the entire tournament. Today with the new ball, just kept it very tight. So he's in wonderful form, Bradshaw. And they've been very frugal with the wides and no balls as well, so they've been very tight, doing the basics well. That's what they were attempting to do, and they've managed that so far. It's 110 for 5 after 28.
Good over indeed, Dwayne Bravo, bowling a maiden over. Good analysis as well, 3 overs, 1 maiden, 9 runs and 1 wicket. And the important wicket of Hayden, who's looking good. Well settled at 49. Look for at least 240, Australia. It's going to be difficult on a pitch where the odd ball is stopping on the batsman. Dwayne Smith into the attack. Comes in for Marlon Samuels. Lara having 5 men inside the ring, still attacking. Great delivery. What a delivery.
That's a good start. Just put it there on middle and leg, deviating off the seam, just that trifle. In fact, more than a trifle. Fortunate that Hussey didn't get an edge.
Get the single and get off strike.
Walk in, fellas, you walk in.
Just missed by very little. We've taken another look at the replay. The important thing, Michael Hussey did not have any second line of defense.
Wait, I'm waiting.
Yeah, can you see this field, please?
The first delivery of a new spell for Dwayne Smith. No second line of defense. He's playing down the wrong line. Quite fortunate to survive.
That's a single quite easily taken now. Haddon has just come in. Australians are in a bit of a spot. I would imagine that he'd want at least 5 or 6 in the circle to obviate that single. None of these batsmen are in a position to take too many risks. In fact, you'd want a wicket at this stage. Make them do something that they don't want to do. They've gotten 5 now for Hussey.
Yes.
It's the singles that you want to block, because it's more than evident that the Australians are now going to be looking for singles, occupying the crease, making sure that they bat out the 50 overs, and they'll reassess when they reach around the 42nd or 43rd over. But for the time being, you've got to try and make them go over the top, dry up those singles. But for Haddon, they're just 4 in the ring.
That means there will be protection in the deep. Sarvan, the fielder, hasn't got a good arm, but just a single taken. 4 runs coming off the over. It's 114 for 5.
It's a big match for both these teams. The winner today goes into the final, at least assures themselves a place in the final. 4 wickets falling after the 10th to the 18th over. Those 8 over spell, 4 wickets fell.
Well, the yellow pillars signify the power plays, the first 20 overs, and you pick up 4 wickets in that period, you're always going to dominate. That's what the West Indians have done.
Yes. Push.
Get the single, Brad Haddon.
Go. That.
This is what he'll look to do. Brad Haddon pick up singles and give a lot more strike to Michael Hussey.
Rolling this way.
That's the bowling analysis. 2 wickets to Bradshaw, 1 to Taylor. They were up front. They did a terrific job. Now Bravo has 1.
Yes, man. Put it.
When you win the toss and bat first, look, one of your top 5 batsmen firing and getting big runs. They lost too many wickets too quickly. First to go was Simon Carriage.
But he was looking good. He was looking like the man in form. 22 of 21. Rather lax about taking the second, and then just everything going wrong. Not looking at each other. God knows what happened there. But that was a big wicket.
Oh, yeah. That's all.
That started it all. Score was 41 at that stage. Then Shane Watson going for 0. Just played it in the air, played it on the up. No real balance on that one. And, well, he was disappointed.
And the big wicket. Simons is a dangerous player, but good catch by Dwayne Smith. Importance of picking up wickets at regular intervals against standing out. Michael Clarke had a couple of useful innings in this DLF Cup. Again on the front foot, changed his mind at the last moment. Bradshaw well rewarded for some tight bowling. And then Matty Hayden at 49, you would have expected him to carry on. Playing a loose shot against Dwayne Bravo.
Well, that was very close to being called a wide. He got away with it. Now the situation, Shiv, 5 wickets down, begs the question, do you go for the 6th now, get a slip-in attack for that wicket? Or do you sort of just wait this time out? You know that the Aussies can't take too many risks. Just hang in there and then try and turn on the pressure in the end. Maybe wise now to attack Hussey, because he's the kind of cricketer who once gets settled, he can do a lot of damage in the end. Now that's beautifully played. Very delicately done, played it very fine. So bravo, having a few problems there.
It's a high quality player, Michael Hussey. And the most important thing about his batting is his temperament. Waited for the ball to come on to him, played it at the very last second to get the placement right. Moves to 29. Strike rate always going to be healthy with Mike Hussey. Will retain strike as well. Australia 123 for 5.
Well, 9 runs from that over. They've got to dry up those singles. They've really got to make sure that they don't give away singles. The odd boundary will come, but you've seriously got to cut out the singles.
Similar analysis. Good economy rates for all the bowlers. Even somebody like Bravo and Smith, who are not the quickest, have been quite effective in terms of not giving away any free or easy runs.
That is quite easily done. The fielder at mid-off is just too deep to stop that single. Be better served if he comes in a few yards or drop back to the fence, because where he is at the 30-yard circle, he's saving neither.
Well, in the last over, Dwayne Bravo is the bowler. Let's see the split screen image. Just keep your eyes on where the ball passes. Those lines are the indications for the umpires. Similar lines, in fact, same lines. So the Hawkeye says. One of them was called wide, the other not.
Yes, very close, both of them, to that mark indicating to the umpire that it's very close to being a wide. I thought he got it right. The first one just a trifle wider than the second.
Yes.
126 for 5. Now at one stage they were 5 down, 104, Shiv, and that was in the 26th over. 24 overs to go. I think most captains would actually opt for attacking and trying to get this 6th wicket. You don't want to bat the next 24 overs out. You don't want to be on the field for the 24 overs. Because whatever be the case, in 24 overs, if the Aussies bat out 50 overs, you've got a game on your hands. Here's an opportunity to try and wrap it up here.
The point that you're making is well taken. He's got 4 men inside the ring when Brad Haddin is on strike, and 5 when Michael Hussey is in. Probably expected the other way around. Brad Haddin is the new man in. Probably want to have 6 men in. Make sure he stays on strike as long as possible.
Yes.
And he'll get singles quite easily. 128 for 5.
And it got still. stereos and stuff on special. You want to check it out?
Hardware. Massive sale.
Yellow is brighter, with a low rate of 10.99% per annum, including cash advances.
Is that a shoe sale? Do you want to go shopping?
Hey!
Come on. Here we go.
Call 132221.
For those of you who just tuned in, Australia winning the toss and deciding to bat first are in a spot of bother. No Ricky Ponting today, being rested. Michael Hussey, captaining Australia for the first time, is out there in the centre. He's on 33. And 5 men inside the ring for Mike Hussey. 3 on the offside, 2 on the leg.
Well, there's no third man or fine leg in the deep position for the first delivery. The 5 inside, the circle saving 1. The field changes over for Haddon. You do get a third man now dropping down for the right-handed Haddon. And so does the fine leg. So he was bowling without a third man or fine leg for Hussey. And now he's gone to the more orthodox option.
He's quite a handy batsman, Brad Haddon. Captain's New South Wales bats up the order. Another good delivery. The ball just gripping onto the surface. There was a bit of deviation. The off cutter from Bravo. Nicely stroked. There is a man in the deep. And runs coming only in singles.
They wouldn't mind that. That's exactly what they're sort of targeting, Hussey and Haddon.
Put that on and BCC had tickets for Champs Trophy.
It's the 4th match in the DLF Cup here in Kuala Lumpur from Malaysia, and all these pictures that you're watching are brought to you by Z Sports, production for the Board of Control for Cricket in India. Brad Haddon picks up a single. It's 132 for 5.
Thursday morning from the English Premier League. Liverpool, Newcastle, live at 5. The Toonami descend on Anfield, and with the Reds on home turf, the Geordies have a battle on their hands. Thursday morning at 5, Fox Sports 1.
From city to city, the US PGA Tour tees up the best in golf action in 2006. The Longs Drugs Challenge starts 5:30 Friday morning, live on Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports, Golf City.
Right, 2 more and I get to sleep on the Lilo. In your dreams.
Catch it, Harry! Catch it!
I knew this was going to happen.
Not out.
Oh, I love you.
Jeez, a holiday romance.
Let's hope they don't puncture the Lilo.
Danny Green, with the fire burning as bright as ever, stepping up to light heavyweights. Jason Delisle knows Green can be beaten. Green and Delisle aren't strangers. Delisle won in the amateurs and Green turned it around to win in the pros. They meet in the ring again, and this time there's a world title shot on the line. See it live. Green v. Delisle, Wednesday, September 20 at 7 p.m. on Main Event or at your hotel or pub. For 10 years, Fox Sports has brought you live cricket from across the globe, and our commitment continues to grow. October 7, we're in India with every match of the Champions Trophy live. October 11, our live coverage of domestic cricket begins with over 25 one-day clashes, the Pura Cup Final and the 2020 series. Plus, we'll bring you nightly highlights of every match of the international season. Cricket on Fox Sports. How good is it?
Match number 4 on the DLF Cup. Australia, early in the afternoon, winning the toss and deciding to bat first, had a reasonable start. 41 the partnership between Hayden and Catich. But thereafter, having lost wickets at regular intervals, 132 for 5 after 32. Michael Hussey still looking good. He needs to carry on till the very end. Matty Hayden contributed 49. Let's take a look at some of the shots.
It did look a little rusty. He needed to play some flamboyant shots, walk into some deliveries for him to get his boundaries. This was one that just got away from Bravo. That was a tremendous effort. But then some very lusty blows as well.
He's dismissed in that fashion, looking for his half century, trying to improvise. Bravo picking up the wicket. You can see it's been a slow pitch. Plenty of runs coming in front to square, especially in the offside. And also a good indication of the length that the West Indian bowlers have bowled.
Maybe also the line that they bowled very straight on the stumps. This is not the normal wagon wheel for an opening batsman. Not any runs behind square on the offside, nor any down at fine leg. So just the one single there. So they've really kept a tight leash on things. They kept it very straight to Matthew Hayden and have been rewarded. Australia 132 for 5. Still just the 4 in the circle.
He's played it fine. Plenty of work for the man at fine leg. He will not get anywhere near the ball. Much needed boundary for the Australians.
Well, this is not looking good for the West Indies. The last thing they need now is for these two to really get stuck in there. They haven't been attacking them, so they just might have played into the Aussies' hands. They're looking for singles only, not taking any risks, but just a little awry in his line. And it's been put away very fine by Haddon. They're really doing a wonderful repair job, especially Hussey. That's what happens with just 4 in the circle. The odd boundary will get away from you, but you can put a lid on the singles. And at the moment, the Aussies are actually relishing the situation. They need singles, and they're being given that opportunity.
Good improvisation and nice placement as well. Made it look so very simple, Michael Hussey.
Oh, that is a wonderful shot. Very deliberate. He saw that the third man was wide, just got a little bit of room and some time. Just look at the way he's so delicately done it. Eyes riveted on the ball, let it come very close to the body and played it fine for the second boundary of the over. So they're getting a move on, and Hussey quickly on to 39 under the circumstances. A wonderful innings. That's more like it. Mid-off and extra cover pretty close in there to stop that single.
He's such a high quality player, Michael Hussey, when most of the other batsmen have struggled. He's going at a strike rate of 90.
Yes, Shiva, and he's gone about his job quite unobtrusively. Didn't quite realize that he was almost around a ball. 39 of 43. Beautifully done.
It's 141 for 5.
Under some pressure, Michael Hussey, when he walked in, batting a little low down at number 6. And for the first time in this Tri-Nation series, but really, he hasn't shown any signs of any rustiness whatsoever.
.141 for 5. The current run rate is just 4.27. Picking up 5 wickets, the West Indians, very early in the innings. Change of pace. Good thinking by Dwayne Bravo.
Well, every now and then they bring about a change in their field. At this stage, they've got the third man up, so there's no deep third man. And the obvious attempt to find that boundary by Haddon was a slower delivery. There you are. That fielder has come in to save one at third man. There have been times when Bravo has brought both of them in, fine leg and third man. Rather brave field adjustments every now and then. Carlton Bogue going up to the wicket with the helmet now.
Oh yes, dear.
I can't quite fathom why Carlton Bowe has gone up to the stumps. It's not as though Haddon is using his feet or he's standing too far outside the crease. Well, even if he was standing outside his crease, he's obviously back in it now.
Dwayne Bravo, 1 for 23 in the 6th over. Brian Lara's got a lot of confidence in Bravo bowling towards the end in the death, because he's got this ability to blow the slower deliveries and the Yorkers. He smashed it, but there is a man in the deep. Dwayne Smith does the fielding. Kind of situation where West Indies need another wicket, because we know how dangerous these Australians can be towards the end. Somebody like Brett Lee can use the long handle to good effect.
That's what I was mentioning, Shiva, a little earlier, that at the 26th over, if you're 5 down, you certainly need to go for that 6th wicket and try and finish it there and then. If you try and keep a bit of ammo for the end, and you allow players to get settled, they come back and bite you in the end. Even your main strike bowlers in the end then go for a few. But this is a fabulous partnership from Australia's perspective. 40 of 48. They haven't taken any risks. They haven't been required to. And they're fast working themselves into a situation where they can build a tidy total for the West Indies to follow.
Again, he'll retain strike. Michael Hussey moves to 41. After 34 overs, Australia 145 for 5. Good partnership up at the top. Hayden Carriage 41, and then a decent partnership between Matthew Hayden and Michael Hussey 40, and this one needs to carry on. Need a lot more runs, the Australians. 145 for 5, 16 overs remaining. Smith to continue. One more to Hussey, and to take it through the next half hour is going to be Tony Gregg. With him is Jeff Thompson.
Thank you, Shiva. Right, the Australians now just getting themselves into a situation where they at least will be able to launch themselves at the end. A way to go, mind you, 34 overs bowled, so they're going to get themselves up to about another 10 or so. With wickets in hand, then they can really start to wind it up a little bit. Currently the run rate is 4.25, and of course 5 gets them to 250, and anything above 250 I think they'll be relatively satisfied with.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine what a good score is on this pitch. I mean, if the West Indies, they have bowled well, but have the Australians really batted that well? They haven't adjusted to the difference in bowling so well. I mean, the one man that has is obviously Hussey, who's basically almost run a ball. But all the other batsmen really struggled to get the timing right out there, just get the bowling away.
That one hard, but straight to the fieldsman. Yes, Hussey has come in, and right from the word go, he's been busy. He moves his feet around very well. Just have a look at the balance here. He was always looking to open the face of the bat there, just loosened his grip up a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been watching Haddon. He's been trying to up the ante out there, but he's found it difficult as well. And he's a guy that likes to get on with the scoring. He's tried to chance his arm a few times, but that hasn't worked. I think he's taking a few more risks than is required. He came in with the 20-odd overs to go and played a couple of risky shots that miscued.
Well, that's off the edge, and that'll go all the way to the boundary for 4. I suppose that happens when you've got no slips. They can afford to drive outside the off stump. That's the 150. It's also the end of the over.
Well, miscue from Hussey there brings up the 150 for the Australians, but he hasn't missed too many out there. Bit of fortune, but you need a little luck to get this score moving along the way. It's been basically all the West Indies this morning.
And there's a breakdown of the 50s. Things are quickening up a little bit. Obviously can't afford to go berserk when you're losing wickets. But Hussey accumulating quite nicely here. 46 or 48 deliveries. Captain for the first time, playing a captain's knock. Haddon, 17 or 30. He's a little bit more watchful than he normally is, and understands what he's got to do. It's actually a situation which allows people to make names for themselves when your side's in trouble. It's a lot of satisfaction associated with getting them out of trouble.
Well, I was told that yesterday was a day off too, Tony, and he was the only guy that come down and had a batting practice session. So that's how keen he is. I mean, not that the others aren't keen, that they've played more games than him, but he had an extra little knock in there yesterday. Always shows, doesn't it? It's like Bish was saying Bradshaw this morning. Did that extra bowling, bowled the best one so far today.
Yeah, Haddon playing more matches in a row than he's ever played before. Obviously playing second fiddle to Gilchrist. He's got to latch onto every opportunity he gets. So this is 3 in a row for him. He's never had that before. Lara would be happy with the way things are going. More bold, more bold.
It's just doing a bit more, isn't it, for the slower bowlers? It's just gripping more. I've been watching the quick bowlers bowling the seam, bowling cutters and that, and just doing a lot more today, and it's just holding up, and it's just making the batsmen mistime things.
Oh, that's well placed. And 2 of them converging on that one, and 2 runs registered. 155 for 5.
Good over again from the West Indies, just keeping things tight here, making it difficult. Hussey, the captain, out there trying to get the score moving along. Haddon, very much a shot player, struggling. Australia looking to get this total in the 240, 250 range if possible.
.155 for 5, and there's a projection at 6 and over, 239. Currently they're on target to score 215.
Yeah, is 215 enough? You sort of wonder out there. You know, it's hard to judge. I mean, like I said before, the West Indies have bowled well. The Australians have struggled to play on this wicket. Whether it's changed that much, one would wonder. We'll soon find out. The Australian bowling lineup has changed too. We got Brett Lee out there with pace, and maybe him coming onto the bat a bit better might help the batsman. Who knows? And he hasn't played a game before this. And you have other guys like Bracken. Hussey could bowl some of his medium paces. Brett Lee, as I said before, Andrew Simons, Shane Watson. Just the extra pace of the Australians might help the scoring of the West Indies. Who knows?
Yes, you're right. They've got to look at their frontline bowlers: Hogg, Clark, Cullen, Bracken, Lee. They're the frontline guys, and they fiddle around with the rest of them. But in these conditions where there's a little bit of grip, there's no doubt about that. Out on the pitch, Laxman Shivaramakrishnan said that he thought it would turn today, and he's obviously right. Mind you, takes a spinner to recognise that sort of stuff. He would have been. They all look for it, don't they? So they've all got to see as the slightest bit of dust or a crack.
Well, it obviously is going to turn a little bit more today. But there's Clark. Cullen's the spinner out there. They could also bowl Michael Clark with his spinners. Kadich can bowl some spin if required. But basically pace, isn't it, out there for Australia? And that's what I'm saying. The pace might help the West Indian course, no matter what total they're chasing.
Walk in, Sos. Keep walking. Walk in, fellas.
Hussey has played superbly well here, 47 or 51. He's one of those players that judges the pace very well.
Yes.
Knows what's required. Back for the second here. Will it go for 4? It's running away down to that boundary. Yep, it's gone all the way. Hussey has put together a bit of a captain's knock here already. Australia were in a spot of bother. He's come to the crease. He's got 51 or 52.
Yeah, superb 50 there from the captain, Hussey, right from the moment he walked to the crease. Australia were in trouble, but he wasn't, and he's just worked the ball around. Shots like this, skilled player just tickled that down through the gully region there, just using the pace of Gale. Well, 161 for 5.
Tonight on Fox Sports News, the AFL Premiership race down to 4 as we look at who'll play and who may not in the preliminary finals. Will this be the year of the Dragons in the NRL? Mitchell Johnson looking ahead to the Ashes after arriving home from Malaysia. The Kookaburras just miss out at the Hockey World Cup and back-to-back on the world stage for Australia's Craig Mottram.
Get the complete picture with Fox Sports News tonight at 7.
So 161 for 5. Haddon on 20, and I got the feeling there that Hussey, who's the captain of the side, was just talking to his. Just watch this discussion here. Hussey saying to him, "Look, we just need to work this around. We've got to keep going like this." Just watch Hussey here having a little chat to him.
I think Haddon's benefited from Hussey being out there. I saw him lose his head a few overs early when he just came in. He loves to score, and he's dying to smack a boundary, but it's been very hard to do. I think Hussey's just kept him concentrated.
Yes.
As you can see, the philosophy. They're going to get themselves up to about 43 or 44 overs. So hopefully they'll probably be thinking, if we're still 5 down, we can start lifting the pace a bit then. Maybe the fast bowlers will be back into the attack, and we can see if we can manipulate them a bit more. Although Gale's only into his 3rd. There's another single.
Yes, I'm afraid that's going to be the tone of the rest of these overs, is just take what you can get, hope that you get a loose delivery. And it's very much a change this week compared to last week. I mean, the hit me balls or the free deliveries were on for young and old.
Yes.
Shy and way wide down that far end. Quick single, that one.
Well, it wasn't the best of throws. I don't think it was the best of fielding in general. But boy, I don't think that throw would have hit a pack of elephants. I'm glad he's not hunting for his dinner. He'd be starving.
Walk in, CG. Keep walking. 2.
No other call that time. The score remains on 165 for 5.
Singles the order of the day for these two Australians out there looking for boundaries, but still West Indies not accommodating. Nice bright sunshine over the city here today and the ground. KL, previous days, very hard to see those sights that you're looking at today.
Yes, well, the Australians ringing the changes again for today's match. Katic, Hayden, Lee, Bracken, Cullen all into the team. Out of the team, Cosgrove, Martin, Johnson, McGrath and Hogg. The West Indies, by comparison, only one change. Samuels in, Edwards out.
Yes, maybe they... well, they did make a few drastic changes, you'd say, in... view with what's gone by. I think they're probably in a comfort zone, the Australians, trying a few different people out, but McGrath out, as you said today. And Mitchell Johnson gone home, and boy, he was handy the other evening, wasn't he? There's Cullen in the foreground there. He might get a bit more of a workout today. Off spin bowling.
Oh, he's hit that one. It's in the air, but it's over the top. 20 metres over the top for 6. Well, perhaps the time has come. Perhaps the Aussies have decided that they're going to turn it on now.
Well, Brad Haddon very capable of doing these sorts of shots, but obliged there. Tossed up a little bit nearer the bat this time. Slower ball, and Haddon down the pitch. Picked that one quickly.
As they don't mind using their feet, which makes it a little bit more difficult for the bowlers, the spin bowlers especially. This was a good shot. Well, that's well bowled and well run. We've got some good cricket taking place out here at the moment. A good partnership between Haddon and Hussey. Hussey scoring at 96, almost a run a ball. Haddon's been a little slower. They desperately keen to try and get up to the 250 and beyond.
Yeah, that one a little risky, just trying to hit across the ball, trying to work that on the onside, which can be a little bit iffy today with this pitch giving a little bit more turn. Consequently, straight down the pitch this time. 173 for 5. Well, just 11 overs to go now. Australia desperate to get a total rattling along here. Just struggling a little. Couple of boundaries coming, but nothing like we've seen in previous games. A few anxious faces there on the sidelines.
Well, they're going to have to score around about 7 and over to get up to 250 from this point in. This is Gale. Not putting too much work on it. Mind you, that's a little bit deceptive. If you've got a super slow-mo camera, it's never going to look as if the ball's being ripped out of the fingers. He's hit that for 6 as well. That's going to go 20 metres over the boundary. Well, he's deadly dangerous. There's no doubt about that. There is a bit of Gilchrist in Haddon. He's a very strong striker of the ball.
He is, and but he uses his feet well. He's not scared to come down the crease. And that was just a good hit. Hitting with the spin too.
Yes, comfortably through for the second. That odd boundary doesn't half take the pressure off these two.
Especially when it's a 6. It really gets you moving. It just puts a little pressure back on the bowler, isn't it? And it's just interesting to see how different bowlers react. Gale, of course, not giving him so much room to swing this time, bowling at his legs, which can be a little risky because if you miss. Here's the 6 hit earlier. You can see he used it well and just opted to hit with the delivery. 182 for 5.
Hey, they got stereos and stuff on special. You want to check it out?
Hardware. Massive sale.
Yellow is brighter, with a low rate of 10.99% per annum, including cash advances.
Is that a shoe sale? Do you want to go shopping?
Hey!
Come on. Here we go.
Call 132221.
Right, just 10 overs to go now in this innings, so another 60 odd, say 70 runs on to 182 for 5. Oh, he's hit that beautifully down the ground for 6. Well, that's his highest score in one-day internationals. The good thing about these strikes from Haddon is that each of them has come out of the middle of the bat and gone way over the boundary.
Well, this is his best one yet. This has gone a fair way, straight back past our commentary position. But that's a good clean hit, isn't it? No real drastic effort, just timed it beautifully. There we go, down. He's hit it fairly flat too. That's our commentary box, just there on your right, and it's gone a long way back.
So there'll be a bit of mud on that ball when it gets back. Right, is it time now to perhaps change this attack? Just too many boundaries at the moment, and I suspect that they might have to do something. You just can't let things drift on here. The run rate of this partnership has been pretty good. Haddon now starting to put it on. He's almost up to run a ball as well.
Well, he was a little lucky with that one too. Not the batsman, but the bowler. That could have quite easily been just squeezed off there, and there's no slip, and that would have raced away. That's what Haddon's trying to do here. Just tickle that down. He just missed it. And that would have been 4 all over it. The keeper almost missed it too. Beat everybody.
Yeah, the odd one just staying down still. That one a little quicker, just outside off stump. Right, so it's Hussey's turn now. He's got 54. Boy, he does accumulate runs. Very seldom, if he's not trying to hit a boundary, does he not get a single. He keeps the scoreboard ticking, keeps the rotation coming. Well, certainly agreed about that one. 10 from the over, 192 for 5.
Well, some pretty good scoring overs for Australia these last 4 or 5 overs. Just starting to get this scoreline just moving along a bit better than they'd like. Ricky Ponting, the relieved captain today, coming out as 12th man. Hussey, the new captain, out there doing well.
Well, so things have changed a bit, haven't they?
I can imagine Ian Chappell running out there from my days. Hey, Ian, will you get me a cold drink, please?
It's quite funny, actually, just watching Ponting out there. He gave Haddon a drink. Haddon didn't drink it, and he looked as if he was stark raving mad. There we are. Look at those that block of runs at the end. This is called consistency, and no wickets. So Ponting deciding to make his contribution, as even although he's the captain of the side, running out some drinks.
Yes.
So I don't suppose my hero Douglas Jardine would have taken the drinks out too much either.
I don't think you'd have got a drink from Jeff Boycott either, Tony, in your day. You'd have been lucky to just find him anywhere.
Just watch Ponting here. Just watch Ponting. He's yeah, I think we've just missed it. It was a little earlier than this, where Ponting looked at Haddon and said, "What do you mean giving it back to me?" They're going well now. They really are picking the gaps and keeping it moving.
Yeah, it's surprising what a couple of boundaries do, and it just breaks it up a little, makes it a hell of a lot easier, and the fielders have to go a touch deeper, different positions, have a little bit of guessing. Especially this, the man on screen there, Haddon, he's not on strike, but going down the wicket to the slower bowlers, making them change their length. And Hussey, of course, at the other end is doing this, just milking him, you call that?
Will they end up with enough? I suppose that's the question. I think a lot depends on how the West Indies start. If the West Indies get off to a bad start, this could be a very good match. It could be a real neck and neck game.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah, it's always hard to judge, isn't it, one of these mid-range matches. If somebody gets bowled out for 150, you think, oh, well, you know, that's tough to score on or something like that. But, boy, today, after what's happened, like I said last week, you don't really know what to expect. And, of course, the Australian bowling lineup has changed. McGrath out, Lee in. You don't know how Lee's going to bowl. He's had a bit of a layoff. All these sort of things.
Hogg might be the man today, if he gets it in the right place. 197 for 5.
Harvey Norman eases the squeeze with a breakthrough offer. No deposit, no interest until 2010. That's 40 months to pay off the new fridge, washer, plasma or home theatre package. 40 months interest-free on your new lounge or dining suite, bedroom update or outdoor setting. 40 months to pay for the latest computer equipment, mobile technology or hot gaming package. No deposit, no interest until 2010. What an amazing offer, but hurry, limited time only, now at Harvey Norman.
He's actually, just looking at their score sheet, yeah, it looks as if he's in the lot, but he's not. He's actually 12th man. So the only spinner, or frontline spinner they've got is Cullen. There are quite a few others. We know Michael Clark can bowl spinners. Simon's been known to bowl spinners as well. So Katic, I'd be surprised if he gets a go, but he can. He's done it before. So they've got quite a lot of options there to give the spinners a bit of a go.
Jerome Taylor. Now he bowled really well in his opening spell. 7 over straight, 1 for 26. Well, he got away with that one. A little bit of width there. I don't think he can afford to do that now. These two looking to up the ante. Just these are remaining 8 overs.
Yes, he wasn't happy with himself there, Hussey. He was out there. He was trying to... Oh, I'm not too sure what he was trying to do. He got outside the ball, didn't he, really? He normally hits the ball like a rocket through the offside field. He really does. Oh, perhaps it's just to do with the fact that we've gone now from spin to pace. Well, that's a wide, surely.
Well, I don't know what he's thinking there, Taylor. I don't know what he's trying to do, but boy, get it at that off stump. That's all he has to do, what he started out with. He's just really bowled that one wide. That's a shocker. Slower ball by the look of the way it bounced. Just have a look at it come out of his arm, out of his hand, sorry. Yeah, it's definitely the slower one. Terrible.
No.
That's better.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. He's bowled a normal ball. He's tried to hit it and it's gone for nothing. I mean, albeit off maybe the sort of the middle of the bat, but you don't have to do much more than that. Just get the length right. This is where they really have to work hard. Brian Lara knows that. He's got to get these guys really on the job.
Oh boy, he's flayed that one through the offside field. The man is a little straighter than normal. He knows it, and he's used the speed of the ball to take it away square into the boundary, and that brings up the 200.
Well, he had him a little forward a point here, didn't he, for a fuller delivery, so he bowls it short and he can bang that anywhere he likes. He's banged it behind point and had no chance for the sweeper out there. And that's how the 50s are rattled up. Look at that last one, 44 deliveries, contrast to the rest.
It's always interesting to look at our graph to see exactly how the run rate is going. Just you'll notice here that the Australians start relatively slowly, around about 4 and over. You can see there a bit of a kick up to 4. They lost a few wickets. It slumped just a little bit. Slowly but surely these two have built it back. They've got themselves up now to 4.76. So Haddon now is on strike. He's playing pretty well too. He's on 47.
Yeah, he's playing well, Haddon. It took him a while to find his feet or to get to timing of this pitch. Took him a little while to get the fist of the slower bowlers. Now he's got to make it with Jerome Taylor.
Yeah, just a little way out of his crease. Loves to come forward. Oh, and that one certainly nipped back. Did he put some work on this one? Well, one way or the other it nipped back. 203 for 5. So 203 for 5. That last delivery, just a little bit of a worry there. Looked to me as if it was just a seam-up delivery, and it may just have knocked a little bit of the top about. One of the problems associated with using a pitch a lot is that it can only take so much. Ian Bishop has moved into position with Danny Morrison.
Wonderful exhibition of batting from the man on screen and his partner as well. Their approaches are different. Hussey shows a great deal of dexterity and a skill in manipulating the ball into gaps. Haddon, well, a bit firmer with the hands. He's on 47, but no less effective. He's hit 1 4 and 3 6s. Brad Haddon, not often you'll see more 6s being hit than 4s in an individual innings. Well fielded. But 100 off 104 balls, given that 5 wickets were down when this partnership came together. It has been wonderful batting. Now that'll be 50. His 4th 6 brings up an important 50 for Brad Haddon. His first for Australia.
Turning it on here. As mentioning a while ago, that does not get a lot of goes in a row because of Adam Gilchrist. Well, this is his 3rd match on the trot for Australia. Admittedly, it's a long hop and asked to get the treatment, but special stuff from Haddon. And then decides to just ease this on the offside.
Easy. Still no.
So he's 54 from 62 balls faced. 6 4s. Excuse me. 4 big ones. 4 6s and just the 1 boundary along the carpet. So, as you boys would say from the Caribbean, he's in the mood.
I can't remember saying that, but I'll take your word for it. Oh, that'll be 4. What a piece of creativity. Reverse sweep. I think now he has every shot in the book. Mike Hussey. Chris Gale is astounded.
Simply confidence breeds confidence, and Hussey, watching his mate at the other end, Haddon, smoke a few over the top, he decides to get into the act as well. Big cry of no from Haddon. 44 overs gone, 215 for 5.
Ford dealers are shaking off the winter blues with hot spring buys on economical 4 cylinders. Focus CL is only $29.90 drive away with air and a smooth 2-litre engine. Fiesta LX 5-door hatch is just $16,490 with air, a sporty 1.6-litre engine and dual front airbags. And new model 4-cylinder Escape XLS is only $29,990 with auto and on-demand 4-wheel drive. So hurry in for Ford dealers' goodbye winter buys.
Haddon and Hussey put on Nelson. 111 off only 108 deliveries. Bish, yeah, can't hold good players. You've got to give them their dues. They are good players, but you just be nice if the West Indies had a go-to man, a real striker that possibly could have nailed one of these 2 players when they were new to the crease. At 104 for 5, Brian Lara really needed to have the Australians about 120, 130 for 6. Someone that's been around the traps a bit, got experience and gone to it, particularly probably as a quick bowler, that could have come up and knocked one of these 2 over, probably particularly Haddon or Hussey, but really had got the 6th nail in the coffin was required. This partnership, it's not allowed to. These 2 have got in and are doing a great job.
Very good running. I think the fielder on the boundary, on the offside, the sweeper, Chris Gale picked it up late, and then he was a little bit casual in firing in the return, which gave Hussey a fraction of a second. Yeah, you just see the stall, and that was enough for Hussey to say to himself, well, I'll have two here.
Well, take it from me, you guys used to say that a lot. He is in the mood, and he is quick. Hussey between the sticks.
Trouble. Oh, the third time the stumps have been missed today for a run out. Wasn't easy, but he would have been out had it hit.
Yeah, and Haddon does his best. Look at Haddon try and run the line across and get in the way of the delivery, of the throw, but he was always gone if it was direct hit. Gone for all money.
I see the point you're making about the other strike bowler. The catch-22 situation there is Fidel Edwards is the only fit one. Collymore isn't fit. And it is a shame that Edwards has been bowling poorly and Collymore isn't fit. So I think I would have done the same in my view. But it just leaves the team one real strike bowler short. Unfortunately, Edwards hasn't made an impact in the tournament. Taylor has bowled a lot better today. 8.4 for 35 and picked up the 1 wicket. Bradshaw bowled beautifully at the top of the innings. Picked up a couple of wickets for 35. Such a wonderful partnership simply because they've been able to hit the ball in the gaps. They didn't panic according to the situation, and they've still managed to score out a run of ball. It's been a controlled innings, aggression when needed, well paced, good striking, 4 sixes from Haddon, while Hussey's been the man to get the boundaries, the 4s, 8 of them. .45 gone to 20 for 5.
Fireworks we have seen just from Haddon of late. Now into the last 5 overs, the death stage of this innings. And can Haddon continue and really cut loose? .220 for 5. Haddon 56 will be on strike. And Hussey on 72 from 73 balls faced for the skipper of today. Filling in for Ricky Ponting, if you just joined us. He won the toss and had no hesitation in wanting to bat in the daylight. And it has to be said that, well, having been here for a week, this is the best day we have had here in Kuala Lumpur. Well, it's probably the most clearest day without all the haze around and the overcast conditions and then thunderstorms and lightning that has been prevailing over the last 7 or 8 days. Dwayne Bravo. Can Bravo weave a bit of magic here for the West Indies?
The magic comes from Haddon. So many runs have come flowing through the offside. And that's another one. It's sweetly struck. Only his second 4 of his innings.
Incredible, isn't it? Just the 2 along the carpet and the 4 sixes out of the 65 ball stay. Oh, that is a good change up. Good slow ball. They won't get 2. They thought about it. Lara's too quick to the ball.
Walk in, Bravo. Keep walking.
But that's a good change up, Bish. I like this.
It is one of the keys to bowling towards the end of the innings. Mixing up the pace and sometimes mixing up the length, and he has a couple of varieties. Seen his full expression over the 40-odd one-day games that he's played for the West Indies. He's got very good control of it. His form with the ball in this tournament has not been that great, and he could do with a wicket now. He's been going at 8 and over during this tournament.
Another good piece of bowling, because Bravo has decided to come around to the left-handed Hussey, and he banged this one in and it bounced, and that's copped a nice little blow on the thumb or finger there of Michael Hussey as he got the charge on, and then Bravo whacked it in, and that's, oh, that hurts. That smarts a bit, that. He might have got him right on the end of the thumb. The last thing he and Australia need will be a broken thumb before the ICC Champions Trophy in India just next month, just around the corner. Another slower delivery from Bravo, mixing this up nicely. And you consider the rest of the lineup with Australia. Kadich went for 22, Watson for 0, Simons for 8, and Clark and the Golden Boys out for a single. And then you had Hayden, who got out one short of 50 at 49, 104 for 5. And the two H's, Hayden and Hussey, turning it around beautifully. It's been a great exhibition.
Easy, come back.
Little collision down at the non-striker's end between Hussey and Bravo, inadvertent, and they both acknowledged that it was. But what beautiful piece of running again. A little bit earlier than this, it was when Hussey turned at the non-striker's end, just there. Bravo going to position himself behind the stumps for an anticipated return. The change of pace again, but still a very good over for Australia. 10 off it, 230 for 5 at the end of 46.
Look and learn, boys. You're looking at the winner of the comp.
I got one! Oh, it's a big one! Woo! What a beauty! Beat that!
Doesn't qualify.
Doesn't qualify? Look at it!
The chiller was holding the rod when the fish struck.
You can't be serious.
Rules is rules. Looks like you're the winner, Harry.
You reckon I should get it mounted? I know where I'd like to stick it.
Run rate has climbed since about the 30th over. Mind you, in essence, the partnership now is 126 runs from 120 balls, and the key is here, once the 5th wicket fell at 25.4 overs, West Indies were in control of the game, and maybe you can look back and you can say, I agree with you, Brian Lara, maybe could have kept us slipped in a little bit longer, but you give teams a chance to get singles and head themselves into an innings. The good players, and particularly this Australian team, will get their batsmen to forge a partnership.
Okie dokie. Chris Gale bowling at the death. I've seen spinners do this, not that often over the years, but certainly right arm off spinners. They can get it right and get the Yorker in and have a wonderful change of pace, quicker ball, and then a real turning, bouncing off break can be very useful at the death. Can Haddon back himself and go down the track and put him clean over long on, as he has done on a couple of occasions. Beautifully bowled. Now still pinch a single though. Incredible. Great Yorker from Gale.
6. It's cleared the boundary so easily.
And these two make it look so easy. It's that classic sweep slog that Hussey is renowned for. Just beautiful to watch.
Well bowled. Well bowled. Dot ball is valuable here, and did this in the first half of his career very effectively for the West Indies at times, bowling at the death. Not so often of late, and not as effectively. Well bowled again. He'll take one a ball.
Yes, that's a given, isn't it? If you can bowl at the death and really only go for a dot ball in the last perhaps 6, 7, 8 overs, captains will be happy. One a ball, so I'm talking about 6 and over for perhaps the last 6 or 7 overs in the death stages. You're pretty happy. So another cross-batted swat. It'll be just the one, well fielded by Smith. 47 gone, 240 for 5 Australia.
This weekend on Fox Sports. Golf, the 36th Ryder Cup live from Ireland. The US out to stop the Europeans from taking 3 in a row. Cricket, the Tri-Series final live. Will the Aussies get on top of the Windies and India in this final hit out before the Champions Trophy? Football, heavyweights Chelsea, Liverpool and Man U line up in a top-shelf triple header live. Plus all the A-League live and exclusive. Simply unbeatable. And MotoGP live from Japan. This weekend, Fox Sports.
For Mike Hussey in one-day internationals is 88. He has enough time to go past that, but you look at the contrast here. The strike rates is what interests me. When you come in with your team in trouble, the innings needs consolidating, and they did that, but they've still given themselves the opportunity here to score, in Hussey's case, over 100 runs per 100 balls, and in Haddon's case, nigh on a run a ball. A brilliant exhibition of batting. At one point, Haddon was 17 runs from 35 balls.
Well, he's missed out on that, Haddon. Yeah, another good little bit of variation from Bravo, but still a little bit of width. You want to put that away. Incredible amount of variations that Bravo is able to apply in these death overs. Desperate for a wicket, the West Indies. I think about 2, but Smith will cut that off. Gets Hussey on strike. 84 he is on. 80 deliveries. Can he get a ton?
I'm interested to see where he's lining up here. He's so wristy that he can manipulate the ball through gaps and over the infield. Now, where is his target area? Oh, well bowled, clever. That's what Danny Morrison was alluding to, the mixing up of the length and the pace. Sometimes it comes off for a bowler, sometimes it doesn't, but just breaks up the predictability of a bowler.
Well, this is a ripper because it's almost like a tennis ball. It's bounced even before the keeper, and he's just dragged it down. It's almost like a fast off-spinning thing. And Hussey almost predetermined, hadn't he? Got down on one knee to play the sweep. That sweep slog, and this has gone many a mile. Taxi all the way out the back. And his highest score in an ODI now for Michael Hussey, he goes into the 90s.
And gave him the length, and I think Bravo was searching for the Yorker here. He gets under this. Really hits the ball a long way for a slimly built man.
It wasn't that bad a delivery, really, because he's bowled some good change-up, Bravo, with this responsibility of bowling at the death, particularly to these Two accomplished players. You see, wasn't that bad. He held it back a bit, but in the end, it was just in that slot. And when you're bowling to a guy like Hussey, who is in this sort of nick, you say, well, another day you might have actually hit it straight up and caught it long off, but got it right out of the fat.
Now, has he got enough on this to get it over the boundary ropes? No, just a couple. Another slower delivery took the pace off it. And still Hussey gets 2, and still it's a good over. 9 off it, 48 gone, 249 for 5.
Know your Premier League? Think you can manage the best of English football? Join the all-new Fox Sports Premier League fantasy team and create your ultimate Premier League squad. Buy your players, choose your formation, name your own team. You've got millions to play with, so get spending. There's $3,000 monthly cash prizes, or every 3 months a trip for 2 to see your favourite Premier League team play. Register now at foxsports.com.au and follow your team and the Premier League on Fox Sports.
Well, we've got some wonderful skyline here in Kuala Lumpur, and these are serious buildings here from the Australians' innings. Look at it. Oh, it's right up there. This innings of Australia, just 12 deliveries left, barring wides or no balls. Peaking nicely there, the spinnaker shape. You reckon it's a shark, don't you, Bish? The big fin just going past. You're watching far too many movies.
.250 up. And 5 for 104. Australia were really struggling to think whether they could get up to 250. Well, they've gotten there with a couple of overs to spare, thanks to the men at the crease who've been together now since the 26th over. Yeah, beaten way behind, finding the gap forward of square, and it takes him on to 96. As captain for the day, this is more than a captain's innings.
We just got that length not quite right, Jerome Taylor. He's the old Yorker, just a little too full in this partnership. Kicked on to 150 now. Oh, 4 more. Beautiful. That's 100 to Michael Hussey. Thoroughly deserved. As Ian Bishop said, this man is a class act, and to come in at that time, wonderful innings, and he is so pleased. Great innings.
Yeah, just a whelp of pump. He's pumped. He tried to play down the fact, I think, earlier today that it was an important game for him, a big occasion, captain for the day. His first Test 100 was against the West Indies, and I think he is the complete one-day batsman.
Well, he's just so precise, and he is just so quick. He took a risk there, taking on Sawan, who's got a dodgy arm. It's just fabulous. This wagon wheel, well, I've seen it so often in the last year or so. Getting the opportunity to break into this very powerful Australian side, it has taken him 10 years to become, well, what feels like an overnight success. Phenomenal. Seen, well, a lot of Australian players over the years. I think back to Matthew Hayden. Took a long time for him to break in. He'd played a lot of first-class cricket. Darren Lehman, same sort of scenario. To play a heck of a lot of Sheffield Shield before they got an opportunity. Beautifully bowled and still going to get a run. 10 off this over, now 11 with that leg by.
A good Yorker from Jerome Taylor, very good Yorker indeed. I think it's It's difficult to overpraise the guy, Danny, and I agree with what you're saying. And there's no excuse for him taking as long as he has been to become a fixture in the team. I'm not going to even bother with that. But he says that one of the benefits, one of the upsides to it is that he knew his game to a T because it took him that long in first-class cricket. And that's gone. That is gone. I think he tried a slower delivery there, Jerome Taylor, and dragged it down, and Hussey has taken it over the boundary. 49 overs gone, 266 for 5.
.266 for 5, and Ian Bishop said Michael Hussey, well, he's finally got to know his game. I tell you what, he is knowing his game today here in KL. 107 from 88 deliveries. Haddon is on strike on 66, facing Bravo, and he's going to get away with this just. Third man's up, and it'll kick away and spin on for 4. For a moment there, just from our commentary position, I wonder if the man there up on the 30-metre circle is going to get a look in. No chance.
He's played a very good innings. Struggled early on, took his time and couldn't get the ball away into the gaps for the singles, but then some lusty blows off the spinners in particular. Has improved his strike rate tremendously. What would you be looking to bowl at this stage, Danny?
Oh, like you, probably want to whip one in around his throat, play the 2-card trick, and then whip in a Yorker. Easy game, really. Well, he tried the Yorker. Very good from Dwayne Bravo. Well, he hasn't quite got the pace of you, Bish. Bravo, or the height. Not a lot of us have, really. But certainly, he's bowled some good Yorkers and some good change-up. That is a good delivery. You want to get those on about middle and off, though, if you can. Just disturb the castle, get a new man in.
Out. Out. And tried something out of the ordinary, as you would do at this stage in the innings. Brad Haddon, it's been a wonderful innings from the Australian wicketkeeper, and a vital one in the context of the match.
Another good slow delivery, but a little bit too cheeky this time from Haddon. Just the slowness of that delivery also coming to grips there. Nice little flick, and away he went, down his throat. Haddon goes for 70. Good innings. 270 for 6 now.
October 16 on Fox Sports. The Matadors of the Masters Series bring the pain to Spain. After last year's thrilling win and an incredible 2006, Rafael Nadal is on a charge as the hometown heroes search for Masters glory. But as the toughest in tennis battle in Madrid, who will win the final fight? Will a new champion reign in the Kingdom of Spain, or will the Raging Bull triumph again? The Masters Series Madrid starts October 16 live on Fox Sports.
For 10 years, Fox Sports has brought you live cricket from across the globe, and our commitment continues to grow. October 7, we're in India with every match of the Champions Trophy live. October 11, our live coverage of domestic cricket begins with over 25 one-day clashes, the Pura Cup Final and the 2020 Series. Plus, we'll bring you nightly highlights of every match of the international season. Cricket on Fox Sports. How good is it?
In the Australian innings, 270 for 6. The new man, Brett Lee. There's plenty of experience coming in. Useful down the order, Brett Lee. Hasn't got a lot of time. But this lovely slow delivery, a lot of bottom hand little scoop. Now when you thought, well, he looks $1 million if it had gone over his head and gone through for 4, but just the slowness of the delivery, he just couldn't get it quite fine enough and quickly enough. I think the thought wasn't too bad, very cheeky, but hey, look, the death overs, 3 left, you're on 70, your skipper smashing it to all parts at the other end, quite within his rights to have a little flirt. It also allowed Hussey to get on strike, and that is a key for Australia. Now, Bravo, he's having a chat with the skipper. He's going to come around the wicket, and he better get it right. Otherwise, this will go a long way.
Fielders on the 30-yard circle on the edge will be staying back. They'll be hanging back. They'll be hoping that, at best, they want to just give the single away if Bravo can't get a wicket. You'd love to get him out. And they won't be coming in too quickly.
Well, Bravo's decided to stay over for the left-handed Hussey. Great bowling, really good bowling, because he also saw that Hussey was outside leg stick, really trying to open that arc up on the offside, and if it was short it would have gone miles over the leg side, but he backed himself over the wicket. Great Yorker.
And of course Marlon Samuels at point was hanging back on the line as well, willing to give that single away. Now Brett Lee hits the ball a mile. If you give him length and you don't defeat him with pace, then it can go very far. So he still has to be spot on here, Bravo. No margin for error. Not bad. Last ball of the innings coming up. It's been a wonderful fight back from the world champions. Captain for the day leading with the bat. 108. And can he add to it this last ball?
More discussions happening. Brett Lee coming down, just looking at the field, saying men inside the circle. You've got to have 4, folks. 4 inside the 30-metre circle. That was the problem. So got that sorted. Third man is up inside the circle now. And in a way, Bravo gets away with it. Gale there. But another smart piece of bowling, a good change-up, and handshakes from Bravo to skipper Hussey. Played very, very well. Lara congratulating Hussey as well. 50 overs completed, 273 for 6. And Michael Hussey remains 109 not out from 90 deliveries. And another left-hander there, Brian Lara, will be looking to try and emulate something that Hussey's done today. The opposition, the opposite skipper. Very, very smart innings from Michael Hussey. He's delighted, big smile on the face, as you'd expect. Came in at a difficult time. But, 50 overs completed here in KL, 273 for 6, so 274 for the West Indies if they want to hunt this total down and win against the world champion Australians. Back slaps for the skipper, rightly so. And Brian Lara leads his team off. Better bowling performance, but things may have been a little bit different if they could have maybe nailed Haddon or Hussey. Not to be. On a really good day here in Kuala Lumpur. The best day we've had of this tournament. Michael Hussey won the toss and wanted to bat first in natural light. And a run out well, and in the end, Wavell Hines could have run through and kept hold of the ball and should have, and would have run out Kadich. Look at that, he just could have run in and taken it there, whipped the bails off. As it was, Kadich got going a little bit. Some wide deliveries, pushed it around, worked it about. And you cannot bowl on a left-hand opening batsman's legs or give him width. Bravo and Taylor starting off. And Matty Hayden, who's playing this game, Now here is the run out where Bradshaw does a bit of fancy footwork. Caddick wants the third run. Hayden didn't. And he was gone half the pitch length. Had to go for 22. Absolutely gutted. And that brought in Shane Watson, who made a half century the other evening. Not today. Gone for a duck. And a couple of let-offs, and then Simons got in, got out. Just got 8 and had to go back. And meanwhile, Hayden bludgeoned it down the ground, played some good shots. Clark didn't last too long. Got one that bounced from Bradshaw, and he went for a single. Hayden played some crisp strokes. He was joined by skipper Hussey. And then he had to disappear, one short of a half century. 49 for Matthew Hayden. And this brought Haddon together with skipper Hussey, and it became the Hussey and Hayden show. Haddon show, sorry. A couple of little lucky little nicks here and there. But Brad Haddon showed that he has a talent for going over the fence. This boundary. I'll tell you what, it's not that small here, folks. Probably the smallest part of the ground is there, straight back towards our commentary position. But brought up a 50 in good time. And then Hussey with a reverse sweep, just pulling out all the tricks. Just really good, sensible batting. Picking off the bad balls, keeping the strike rotating. This left-hand, right-hand combination was doing everything for Australia. Just loved it, smashing it long and hard. Anything slightly off and was just going to go to the fence quickly. 100 to Michael Hussey. Absolutely pumped and over the moon. But his first test 100 against the same opposition in Hobart not long ago, and then made the ball just disappear. And Haddon, last man out to Bravo, tried to flick it over fine leg. That was up inside the 30-metre circle. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Taylor opened up. Pretty expensive, but he's only a young man. He showed some good glimpses today. I thought he got a wicket. Bradshaw was he was outstanding and economical as usual, 2 for 35. And Bravo ended up with 2 for 52 from 9 with a maiden there. And the other spinners, not too bad. Gale, for a few there, showed glimpses that was useful, but in the end, just kept leaking some runs from Haddon and Hussey. 274 to win the West Indies at 5.48 runs per over, which promises to be a beauty. We'll be back about half an hour for you, but Z viewers here on ZTV, stay tuned for the Cricket Cafe.